Hi guys, welcome back to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today I'm going to be doing my first maybe proper review, and it's of this gun in front of us. It's the Tokyo Marui Glock 26. So, bit of background, I got this gun a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Bought it second hand off, I think it was the 01 forums, and as you can see the person that originally bought it also bought it from 01. So it did come to me in a second-hand condition with 2 mags, missing the instructions in the manual. But I did get the box, which was nice, so I get to at least show you that. So let's have a quick look. So it gives you a few of the details on the box. It tells you how much it weighs, 570 grams. That's very, very light. Magazine capacity of 15, that's pretty good. Overall length, 160mm. Well, we know it's going to be small anyway. So that was the price obviously they were charging a few years ago. I think it's probably about the same price now. And feel free to correct me in the comments, but I believe that this was actually the first Glock that Tokyo Marui produced, if not actually one of their very first gas blowback pistols that they ever produced. So let's see what you actually get. So what we've got is got the pistol itself, and I've got a spare mag for it. This would have been the barrel plug, some BBs, and usually some dry fire adapters they normally put in as well. As far as I know, I think it only actually came with 1 magazine. Obviously the person I purchased it from had 2, and they also had 2 of these base plates, which are pretty cool. So I believe it comes with 1 of those base plates, and it also has a regular flat Glock one that you would expect on any normal Glock. So let's have a quick look at the pistol itself. So being a Tokyo Marui, it is entirely made of plastic. This magazine bumper, as you can see by the scrape, is actually made of metal, and the actual magazine itself is made of metal, but the gun itself is all plastic, and it's quite a shiny plastic as well. You can see it's a little bit greasy. That's not just my hands, by the way. So as you can see, made in Japan, ASGK Tokyo Marui, and it's got some details. You can see there's some pretty fat scrapes, and on the top here, it's been dropped pretty hard. Doesn't appear to affect the performance of the gun. It still works fine. So let's go sort of tip to butt or front to back and talk about the different features that this has. So starting off here, you see it's got a plastic outer barrel, and the front sight here is also made of plastic, and it's got a slightly different. This is more of like, as far as I know, this is more of a Gen 4 style barrel plug, because the Gen 3s tended to be a little bit more like that. But either way, don't quote me on that, but we'll go into it in a second. The actual Glock markings, Glock 26 Austria 9x19, all really good. Let's check for the play on the slide as well. So there is a bit. Not a huge amount, not enough that would actually bother me, and yeah, this is fine. You can see the amount of times that it's bolt locked here has started to wear down, and I don't know whether the guy before me may have recut that. I've done that before on a plastic slide, where obviously the slide catches. This can wear down. It wears down pretty quickly as well. So what you can actually do is get a knife and recut it. So recut that steep angle and pull it round. So I might do a video on that in the future, but yeah, you can see that it's going off at a slight angle like this, whereas it really should be straight. So that's maybe something I need to look at. Going back, we've got some nice slide serrations here, really good. And we also have a metal rear sight, which is a 2-dot affair, which link up with the single dot front sight post. Actually, I quite like the sight picture on this. It's pretty decent. This this panel at the back is part of the blowback housing, so this is actually also made of metal. And the slide stop here and the takedown here are also made of metal, but the mag release here is made of plastic, as is the trigger. You can also see there's a metal pin going through there. That's fake. That's the little pin above. It isn't actually anything. So that's kind of gone over. Oh no, I missed one of the trademarks there. There's the nice Glock trademark there. It's pretty good. And we do have the Glock on the barrel and the little what is it? A star, a house, a pentagram? Yeah, maybe one of those. Okay, so how do you take this gun down? So it's basically the same as any other Glock. There's a tab on this side, a tab on that side. Pull them, once the gun is cocked, pull them both down, push the back forward, and it comes off. So let's have a little look inside and see what you get. Now, you might notice that this is basically the same blowback unit that you're going to get in a Glock 17, a Glock 22, any of the Gen 3 Glocks that Tokyo Marui produced. This is a compatible nozzle. All the internals in here are compatible as well. So that's really good. What it leads to is this gun being really, really, really snappy. Because the slide is so light, obviously you can see the entire weight of the gun is 570 grams. And if I just measure the weight of the slide, bear in mind this isn't actually all the moving parts. So I will quickly bring that in. Right. Reset. So 149 grams for the slide. Now, what you've got to bear in mind is not all of that's going to move. So this is a feature which is really good. This little notch here, so you know how to insert your spring guide. It has a small notch that actually goes into a hole. Now they seem to have dropped this on some of the later models, but I like the fact that this one had it, because it means it's really secure. So anyway, I'll continue what I was doing. So take that out. And if we take out, so this is actually the moving part. This is actually what moves. So I'm just going to, that's 90 grams that comes to. So that's your moving parts. Because what will happen with this part, it actually, if I can get it to do it, a little bit tricky on camera. There we go. Oh, no, almost had it. Go on, you bugger. It's because I'm trying to do it with the outer barrel on there as well. But essentially, you can actually get this to just clip in, and it shows you. Bear with me. There we go. Considerably easier once I've taken this off. So that's kind of how it works. So let's have a quick look at the movement that you get. This hasn't been corrected or adjusted or anything. This is just as it comes, and after a few years of use as well. Virtually no up and down, just a little bit of side to side. So pop all of this back together. Oh dear, this is normally very easy. Not today. There we go. Something that's also important to note, I think it's not always clear that this model does have a hop up, and you can see, yeah, there you go. And it does adjust. So despite the fact that this has got, what, a 2-inch barrel on it, you can still get some pretty decent performance out of it. This is designed as a concealed carry. This isn't going to be your all singing, all dancing competition, you know, getting rounds down range super fast. This is kind of chuck it in a pouch, chuck it in a pocket, very small, very concealable. One other interesting feature to note about this gun is that actually, obviously there's nothing in it. When you pull the trigger, most Glocks, the trigger will stay there. On the 26, it actually resets to a forward position, which is quite unusual. I don't know any other Glocks that do that. So it does that and goes forward. This is like a normal 17, and you see obviously you cock it, goes forward, go back, and it stays back. So I don't know whether that's how the real one is. Don't really care. That's how this one is. So there's no BBs in this mag at all. So I'm just going to show you roughly what the blowback is like. So like any other pistol, you have to put the mag in, load the first round in. So it does look back. Very snappy, very good. Also, something that you may want to know, is it compatible with the other TM mags? Well, yes it is. So that is a Glock 17 mag in there. Shoots great. This one's even got a purple rubber in it. Works absolutely fine. And this one had a bit of a leak earlier. Oh, you can kind of hear it there. This is a WE extended 40 or 50 round. You can see it's pretty old. Let's get that in there. Holds in fine. Absolutely massive. So, if you watched my video about matching your how to get the best performance out of your Glock, you'll have seen in that video I was talking very much about having this flat router here. Well, it's not ideal for this particular gun. As you can see, there is a slight curve on here. So that's the part that we're looking at. And there is a slight curve on it. So what I could do is I could punch this pin out, take one of these curved routers, pop it in here, and this will work just like a TM mag, other than the fact that it's leaking. So right, let's go on with the last bits of the review. I'm going to quickly pause the video, grab my chronograph, and we're going to put some 0.2 gram BBs and green gas. Yes, that's right, I said it. It's an all TM old pistol that's been dropped downstairs, and I'm going to put green gas in it. Watch it not explode. So, chrono set up. Always put your glasses on when you're dicking around with your guns. So, there are some 0.2 gram BBs in here. Let's give it a whirl. 248. 246. 247. 242. And we're out, and it locks back on the last round. Cool. So let's just go and have a quick look. What did we get? Shot memory. So 238, 238, 240, 240, 242, 247, 246. You're around the 250s, but you know, you're not expecting this gun to be shooting 350 feet per second and reaching out to 40 meters or something ridiculous like that. It is what it is. It's a very compact Glock that you can have a lot of fun with, actually. Yeah, like I said, I really glasses off. I really like this gun. It's a lot of fun. It's one that you can, especially for you Milsim guys, put this in a pocket, put it in. You can put it in a dump pouch. Like, no one's going to call it, no one's going to see it. Especially when you've got it as such a tiny package as this. It's 15 rounds, and you can still use all your existing Glock mags. And we've talked about how you can use a WE mag, a KJ Works mag. You know, You can use a few different mag variants, not just TM ones in this, especially if you're willing to change the router, and then you're going to get like even better performance out of it. So that would kind of be my suggestion. There are two other features on this gun which I haven't really talked about, and it's because they're not really there, so I forgot. So the first is you don't have a front rail on here. So normally you'd be able to attach on some sort of torch using a little bit of front rail. The Glock 26 doesn't have that, so we got nothing there, unfortunately. The other thing is TMs have this safety built in, like so it basically entirely locks the trigger. That's just make sure. See that, you know, because the trigger resets all the way forward, you can't tell whether the gun's cocked or not. Every time I pick this up, I have to take the mag out and check whether it's actually cocked or not. Whereas any other Glock I can pick up and immediately, you know that if the trigger's back here, the gun's not cocked. So straight away you go in, you cock it, and yes, that's exactly what you expect. This gun's different. You don't know. So know what state it is before you pull it out. Because you could very well pull it out thinking, it's going to be good to go. No, it's not. You've got to cock it. So be aware of that. And then quickly going back to it, this, you pull it backwards and it will essentially lock your trigger. If any of your mates have got a Glock and they're pissing you off, just do that. I've teched guns for friends, had Glocks sent to me, it's all locked up, we don't know what's wrong with it. I'm just like, yep, there you go, fixed. You put the safety on. What a noob mistake. Don't be that guy. So anyway, I hope you found this my first full actual review to be interesting and informative and all the other yada yada yada. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Actually, that's probably the most important thing. I'm going to have loads more videos coming up on TMs, Tanakas, WEs, ASGs, and not just pistols, submachine guns. I've got 870 shotguns, a few of them. So there's going to be plenty coming up on the channel to keep you guys entertained. You don't want to miss out, so subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you'll be informed of when I drop my next video, which won't be long. Okay, take care guys. Bye.